Guys, Lucas Perez. Now, several reports are emerging out of Spain, more specifically the region Perez is from, that he's meant to have had a meeting with Dick Law and stuff. We know his short tenure at Arsenal is almost over. He didn't go on tour, saw his 9 shirt go, and yeah, it's a bit deep on the guy because he deserved more of a look in and whatever you got to say. Let's get into it. Now we know he didn't play that many games last year. Frustrated figure, constantly told he'll get more appearances, and he didn't really. He didn't get any chances, but when he did, he took them. Something he's exactly said himself. He said he was frustrated last year, but he took his chances when he came. Hard to disagree. It's hard to see why he's not upset, why he is upset, and why he does want to leave. Because worse players on form last year got more of a chance, but he didn't. Like I was trying to say in regards to Dick Law, he's meant to have had a meeting to which he said a lot of things. But the things that really caught my eye in regards to the report I saw, again, don't shoot the messenger, guys, are the following. Firstly, he could have left in February or January to go to China. Now, on one hand, you do contradict yourself because you know if you go to China, it's very unlikely you're going to get into the Spanish side or whatever. Another ambition of his. And the second, he wants to play games and it's a chance to get paid. Why not? I mean, I'm not advocating greed and stuff like that, but he is in his peak careers. It's now, these are the times you somewhat have to think about the moves you make. A footballer's careers is pretty short, and could you blame him for being disillusioned when you played basically no football last year, just thinking, let me just get paid and forget about it? I can't blame you. He said he knew he was going to leave, but he was upset about the 9 shirt, and it was very foul how we behaved. And on our part, it's somewhat embarrassing. Of course, it's a Gabos thing. The game ain't based on sympathy, but it's disgraceful. I mean, he's a decent player. We've had worse squad players in recent years. He's an okay player. He's taking his chances. He links up well. If we're going to sell him when he's not good enough, fair enough. But the way he was handled, and especially I'm a person who believes, regardless of if you're Alexis or you're Matt Macy or whatever, if you play well and you play with a decent standard, you decide you get to play games. And with that in mind, it was disgraceful how he was thingied. We know previous language in regards to his agent and the club and Perez. We know in regards to not playing even more because of the language coming out of both parties. It's seeming like they can't get back together and be on a working stage. He said if he does stay, so it's going to be more of the same the same as it was last year. You can't blame him on that front because he didn't get a look in, and considering we spent 17 million on him, and there was times we could have used him and he was scoring hat tricks and linking up well on them things, he should have got a chance. Like I said, he could have got the China move. He said he wants to get into the national team. The World Cup's next year, so with that in mind, he does need to leave. Rumours of Seville, rumours of other clubs. There's a rumour of Deportivo, his old club, are in for him again, 10-year contract, and with a 10-year in mind, they'll give him a position off the field. We know he's somewhat loved around there and things like that. If I was him, I'd go back there. But I'd also look at a better club, maybe competing in Europe or Europa League like us and things like that. Yeah, man, he's decent, and it is shameful. Of course, he's good enough to complement the side. Is he good enough to probably get us titles and chip in? Not, but he's decent to bring off the bench, to have him to have in and around the side when you can afford to rest people, rotate for cup competitions. He definitely should have made more appearances than he did last year. He is going to leave. It is disgraceful on our part how we handled him, but we knew he was going to leave. I told you guys all the time, like I said at the start, I tell you guys all the time, and you guys try and get in my comments, some guys try to banter me. The squad shirts, they don't prove that much, and changing shirts, shirt numbers and things like that, it's not as big as it was back in the days, but it still plays a part. Perez has basically said he knew he was going, but it still hurts him. On Lacazette's part, allegedly, Lacazette's meant to have asked Wenger's meant to have sanctioned it in regards to announcing his squad shirt when we're on our pre-season tours, and he spoke to Perez, not that he needs to, you don't owe Perez anything, and he said it was okay. I mean, I don't know if I really buy that one. I don't know if the media's added that little spin into their little articles, if it makes sense. Because, I mean, if you know Perez didn't go on tour, you know he's not going to be part of it. His number in that regard is irrelevant. Why would Lacazette care? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But if he is off, there's not much more you could say to it, to be honest. We know that's probably one of the most obvious ones. I mean, it is bittersweet. On our part, it was a waste on all parties' sides. It is a bit, how do I put it, glass, empty, half full, however the saying goes, because it's a bit of what if. I'm not saying he could have been anything to write home about, but I do believe he could have been someone that you can bring off the bench, that you can rotate and offer something into the side, man. And yeah, similar to a Joel Campbell. I know Joel Campbell's nothing to write home about in the sense that you earn your shirt, and if you're playing well, keep your shirt. It is a bit bittersweet for Perez, because when he was playing well, he didn't get his shirt, he didn't get to keep the shirt, and guys like Theo, who fell off in the last part of the season, didn't get a look in. He just never got a look in. It's just, yeah, and at this stage in his career, he said he wants to play in the World Cup. He's not really young anymore. He has to go and play football. He owes us nothing. We owe him nothing. So yeah, it's looking like it's coming to a head. And yeah, it's probably the most obvious departure we knew, guys. But guys, Luda Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching.